I really want to talk about the Detective Pikachu trailer, but I also really don't want a copyright strike on my channel. This isn't just some Nintendo gameplay, this is WB, and I ain't messing with that. So what I strongly recommend is that you go watch the trailer yourself, link in the description down below. It's just amazing, and I'm going to spoil it pretty much throughout the entirety of this video. But also, I found this tweet right here. Enjoying seeing the live-action Pokemon in Detective Pikachu trailer? Check out these highly detailed models I saw at the legendary offices. Furry Pikachu, Feathered Psyduck, Scaly Charizard, and Slimy Greninja. I actually think that's something I can do a video about because a lot of people are talking about the Pokemon designs, so I can just kind of mix it all in together. Now, when I first saw the trailer, I thought, or like not the trailer, but the thumbnail for the trailer. When I saw that, I thought, you know what? That works. I'm seeing quite a few people that don't like the real feeling Pokemon designs, but I personally love it. Like, the way that Pikachu is animated, there is so much care and detail in how Pikachu's mouth movements are that it really sells the character, but also Pikachu just looks great and adorable in general, and I think that having Deadpool voice act beats Danny DeVito. That I like, from what I saw in the trailer, like, all the jokes landed. You know, I'm going to electrocute you. I was like, all right, I'm already in love with this movie. And then everything else was just amazing when Pikachu's like, you're adorable. See, they can't hear me. It's like, man, they slide that in. I love that kind of humor. And then when they're interrogating Mr. Mime, perfection. Like, when they were interrogating Mr. Mime, that's when I felt that this movie, just like Pokemon Go, just like Pokemon Let's Go, is made for Pokemon fans. It gets Pokemon so well because you don't have to be told barriers happening, and then anyone that's a Pokemon fan can see how that's breaking down. And I just love how Pikachu's emotions are shown as well. It's like, all right, I'm bad cop. Nope, get slapped down, because that's just kind of the personality of Detective Pikachu. So the whole trailer was a hit, you know. I enjoyed it the entire way through. It was a little slow in the beginning, but I was like, all right, I like where this is going, and then just had me smiling and has me super excited. But I want to talk about the designs, because Furry Pikachu, I think it works. Feathered Psyduck. This is when we start, like, looking at how the models are, and then we go back to what is, like, shown in the trailer. Also Jigglypuff, you know? Jigglypuff being all fluffy and furry. It does, I don't think it hits an uncanny valley for me. I feel like, you know, it represents that real life Pokemon stuff, and that goes to all the art. Anyone that's seen, like, the real world Pokemon drawings, I honestly feel like the people behind this movie, they did some research and they applied fan art to it. They're like, well, how are people interpreting real life Pokemon? Because I feel like what would be more uncanny valley is having the models from Pokemon Sun and Moon, even if updated, you know, even if like graphically overhauled, even if high detailed, that would be more uncanny because it doesn't feel organic in the world. But these Pokemon, they feel organic in the world, and they're not off-putting. You know, some of those real life Pokemon drawings, they can get a little too freaky because that's what the artist is going for. But I mean, like Psyduck. Psyduck is actually a pretty weird and twisted Pokemon when you think about it, because it lives in a perpetual state of headaches, and it's not going to be in the best mood. It's not going to be the most pretty Pokemon ever, but you know, when it's all smoothed over and Sugimori arted and having the more base models, that's kind of what you feel about it. But if you ran into a Psyduck, that'd probably be a little closer, and then shenanigans are going to happen. Charizard. People also are like, how to feel about Scaly Charizard? Because, you know, Charizard's going to look and feel a lot more like a dragon than just, you know, a smooth monocolor creature lizard that shoots fire and stuff. So that's actually pretty cool. I think that just the head model, though, makes it kind of weird because it's like, oh, you just, you know, chopped off its head and now you got like a mounted dragon head. But when you look at it, it's like, look at the slime from its mouth. You can really feel that. The teeth, all of that. And then when Charizard's actually shown in the trailer, you know, we got like Pokemon cage fighting going on. So it's going to show all sides of the world, just like Detective Pikachu. You know, it's going to be like the happy overground and then the seedy underground. And that's what I was also getting excited for, because there was this tweet a while ago. I did a video on it, you know, film props stumbled across for Detective Pikachu. And just looking at this, I was like, wow, it actually works, that they're building the Pokemon world in the real world, and everything has little attention to detail. Even going back to that Jigglypuff picture, you know, you can see in the corner, Machamp Primate, coming next week. So you know, that's the Pokemon boxing match, just like the P1 tournament is what that's reminding me of. And it's not like it's this bad thing, you know, it's not like black market dogfighting, but if you think about the P1 tournament or any championship, the stadium filled with thousands, tens of thousands of people there to watch Pokemon battle, and you can really feel that in the world. The city is set up wonderfully. I'm trying to like figure out all my pictures and stuff that I have right here. It just looks great. You know, welcome to Police Plaza. No skateboarding, rollerblading, cycling. Yeah, we got that. You know, and then everything's just like a little tease, little nod to Pokemon. I like how they did the cars with the badge emblem and stuff. So it comes through, and then there's even missing Pokemon. Like, the world feels like something you'd see in the Pokemon world, and I like that. So going back to this, like, yeah, that kind of does it. Also, the eyes. There's so much detail in the eyes. But then people aren't happy. Greninja fans, not happy. Greninja fans are not happy right there. And I've already seen, like, a couple of people, like, because think about it, it's tongue. You're just going to have a giant tongue as a scarf. That's Greninja. It's kind of gross when you think about it. Also, frogs, they're slimy. They're not all like, you know, cool, elegantly designed or anything. And then when Greninja shows up in the trailer, like, that's when things get serious. Could you imagine that as like a ninja frog throwing water shuriken at you? You know, just that stalking you with intent for something. That's freaky. That's Pokemon World. You know, if Pokemon became real, someone would be rushing for Mewtwo to take over the world. There'd be Gyarados blowing everything up and Dragonite just leveling cities, and that would be it. So I mean, when that happens, you know, we get that translation. But I think that Greninja is the most real. They're the ones that are trying to go for the overtop design, and also maybe because from what we see in the trailer, Greninja is going to be a bit more on that villainous end to try to stop him, because how else are you going to do those like special ops other than a ninja Pokemon, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, the eyes, you know, it's like, it's bug-eye because it's a frog. You know, it's not Greninja to a lot of people, but it's exactly what Greninja is. So I think that's actually a pretty cool way that I could have transitioned the video. Fortunately, this tweet came out. We were actually able to see the props. I don't have to take movie screenshots that risk a strike or a video takedown or something silly. But it also kind of shows, you know, like, the Psyduck's cut up. Pokemon in the real world, they're gonna have battle scars. They're gonna have to, like, they're actually gonna have been in things and not just be like perfect all the time. So like, I also don't want to see it go too far, you know, like some people might be thinking, well, it's like, oh, you're just like this overly real, you know, not kidded up Pokemon. I think that's a little too far. No, I don't want to see a Pokemon like with a scar over its eye, missing its eye or anything, or like losing limbs or like mad gashes or anything. I think that's definitely too far. But you can see like these Pokemon are worn. They lived in the world, and I can appreciate that. I can handle that. You know, the Psyduck isn't deformed. Like we've seen in Pokemon Adventures, where like the zombie Psyduck comes back. No, that'd be a little too far. The rest of this, you know, it's like, yeah, this is kind of it. You're in that mix between, it's not exactly like a duck, it's not real as a duck would be, but you know, it's gonna have that featheriness to it. It's gonna have some kind of texture. And I think that going back to the Pikachu's great. I think the Pikachu is great, from the acting to how cute it ends up looking in the trailer and stuff like that. And then this model actually doesn't do the in-house or in-movie Pikachu. Yeah, this is the in-house Pikachu, I guess, but the actual movie Pikachu looks a lot better. So when you CGI it, you know, you can remove that potential uncanny valley. It's like, oh, you stuffed the squirrel, you painted it yellow, and then you tried to fluff it up until it looked like a Pokemon. You know, and that's where this could come across a little weird. But I mean, when we actually see the Pokemon, it's like, yeah, this is what the base was supposed to be. This is what the inspiration was. Can use CGI to kind of bring it closer to that smoothed over Pokemon feel and still have it look great. So tell me what you guys think in the comments section below. How do you feel about the Detective Pikachu movie? Because I was excited for a while. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, Detective Pikachu. You know, this has been, you know, teased August 24th, 2018. So that goes back to Pokemon Worlds. I remember when they had that, where they had the actors and stuff. They gave a little bit of information. Ryan Reynolds, that was a news post not too long ago. This is cool. You know, got Moo Moo Milk. Moo Moo Milk always finds its way in. Because, like, wasn't there a Moo Moo Milk advertisement in the Pokemon Go trailer? So I think that's pretty cool. J-Puff, you know, everything. I like how this would be the Pokemon world, when your world is inhabited by millions of creatures with hundreds of different species. They're going to have, and then be like more impactful than regular creatures and animals in our world. Like, look at that. I think we got the watchdog. So it's like, you know, does that kind of say, like, you know, local crime watch? I think that says crime watch. And we got the Snubble, which represents what we see with the Snubble being the police dog mascot of the Alola region. We got barriers. I think it's all cool. Pokemon, dude, this is great. Like, the more I look at it, the more I've seen it, because I actually never really paid attention to this picture. So I mean, and it doesn't feel like they're just slapping things in. So I think it works out. I was already hopeful from what I saw, even with this right here, that they're bringing the Pokemon world, or they're bringing the Pokemon world to the real world, and this is perfect. This is the CGI Pokemon movie everyone wanted, and I think it works out. It's not a cash grab. just like Pokemon Go and Let's Go aren't cash grabs. They pay attention to the fans, and this is going to be a hit. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.